All right, peace and blessings. Keep up the lessons. This is your brother Taalib. I'm about to get into some more of what was going on with these things in the past, the discord and the disunity that's been happening in Gambia with the repatriation, Pan-African, black conscious, pro-black groups and stuff like that. All of them, what they're going through, or what had taken place in the past and what is happening now. A little bit more, and try to finish up on it a little bit more if I can. But anyway, stay with me. Get into it. Let's see what we got here. Are you ready? Let's get into it. All right, people. Yeah, I'm here again, and just trying to bring some clarity. Of course, I'm Brother Taalib. I try to bring clarity about things, issues, especially with my faith of Islam. But this is more geared into a more social issue that's been going on, and sometimes I do get a little bit more upset on the lines of what they're doing as a whole, creating fitna, which is meaning chaos and issues and problems and mayhem. Okay, if to say it with that word, because this is what it is, drama. So. But it doesn't have to be this way. And as people, we should avoid this stuff. We should avoid it to the best of our ability, and people that, partake into that type of way. Now, if somebody wants to bring in clarification about things and try to bring out their video and they talk about certain things that need to be talking about, like a pedophile in the community or people that are scamming people and stuff like that, that's understood. But this back and forth and going and then trying to get revenge and trying to be vindictive is crazy. It's really crazy. And then you bring in family and mixing it up and with people's family involved in it. That's a problem. That's when it gets a little bit out of hand. So, and it's YouTube. I mean, this is social media. It's not supposed to be for this stuff like that going, stories, the soap operas and stuff. It's crazy. But anyway, I wanted to just get into a little bit with what I was talking about with like Arcate, because she was the mouthpiece. Of course, Quasi, it's a lot more on him with the scamming and all that stuff that's going on. Just to clarify, I don't mention anything about Arcate was doing any of the scamming because I don't have no proof to that. I wasn't there. I only have I'm like a third party. I got it from people that is trustworthy. My point, because I don't deal. When I'm going to get some news, I'm not going to take news from a person who's not trustworthy. And I take it from somebody who was close to me. Not necessarily any of the YouTubers just watching their videos. But some people brought receipts. Some people brought records and stuff, like unapologetic. He did his research and his due diligence, and he found stuff and was able to find videos and put them together and patch all that up. And stuff like that he did, other people did. But that's not where my basis of my source of where I get it from people who are right on the ground, mouthpiecing, listening, ear to ear, hearing, and this person is a trustworthy person because I've traveled with them, I've eaten with them, we slept in the same quarters for a hotel doing work. It's a person that I worked with in my life, and I'm very close to, and he's an older brother too. So. But he knew about what was going on with Quasi to an extent in that aspect, and he stood his distance, and he advised the brother because Quasi proclaimed to be Muslim. So what have you, and only Allah knows best, and He knows whether for sure. But the proof is in the platter. I'm not going to take him out of the fold of Islam, but also with Carthay, the thing is just her vocal way and attacking people and the people in Gambia was not a good move. And I mentioned that, and I gave the advice. So I'm just bringing the history and how it started. It's not about her right now. It's not about her. She's getting her life now. She's doing what she's doing, but I'm bringing the history. And she got upset. And this is the video that she got upset about. I guess she was showing her frustration about people talking about the old stuff. But, some things we never grow out of. And the way she speaks and deals with it and talks in a slanderous type of way, this is the same thing. This is what I want to post. So this is the type of way of how people are that to stay away from. You stay away from these types of people. Especially when it's coming to when you're trying to make a a spiritual, so I guess a spiritual move. If you're just a spiritual person, you're not involved into any particular mainstream religion, because I've heard about that. I've gotten that from people. Oh, and I'm done with these religions. You haven't even looked into maybe all of them, which is the main three. Islam, a lot of people don't look into it until it comes to them, and Allah opens their heart, and then they accept it, because they find that, wow, all those others, they was missing that, this, and that, and some people, change things. But in Islam, I don't see anything that got changed. The people may not practice it perfectly. Yeah, I know that. There's plenty of Muslims that are not correct, but the faith itself is correct. It's all correct. I've been in this for 20 something years. I'm not no dummy person to just take anything and be naive and go ahead, because I would have been in jail. I would have been in all the stuff that my boys in my hood was, and following people. I'm not a follower like that. I follow what is clear for me of benefit in my life, and that's what I've done. I was always my own leader at some point, and then I eventually came into Islam, and I knew who to follow, and that is Allah, worshiping Him first, and following the messenger's guidance of what Allah said to him in His book, the Quran, the criterion of life. That's what it is for. And this is all, so y'all know, I'm getting more religious here, because this is Brother Taalib's show. So it's more religious based. May not do that with my crypto channel now. If y'all want to go there and you don't want to listen to religion, y'all can go to my crypto channel and learn about how to invest in crypto and do business. But this is my basis is religion for me when I speak in any subject matter that I speak into. So, I hope you're open to it. I'm not trying to attack anybody. I don't judge anybody, because the judgment is through your actions. Your actions judges yourself. Your actions and your pattern of actions, or your character, judges yourself. It precedes you. The judgment is there for the people to judge, because of how you act and what you do and what you say. So that's why we have to be careful. And I try to think about before I say. Sometimes that's why I stumble, because I got to catch my mind and catch up with my mind from my mouth to make sure I'm saying the right thing. Think about it sometimes first, because don't want to look like you don't know what you're talking about. But basically, to get back to the point, and just to show you and let you listen to how she speaks, so you know this type of person is not to defamate her character now, because I don't know her character now, other than how she just spoke this is recently. But she may be doing different things as far as the accusations were made against her and Quasi when they worked together and so forth. That stuff, that's the past. She's not dealing with them. She's not doing anything with them. She's not, affiliated with them. So we leave her to her life with her new found a husband or boyfriend. I don't know what her man. Okay. And may peace and may Allah guide her. Okay. But anyway, let me just let you see. Oh, hold on. That's the wrong one. Hold on for a sec. There we go. All right, so I gotta interact that thing. All right, just listen in, and we'll go from there.
When I talked about my account, all I got was deflections. Oh, ghetto baby mamas, go back, go back to the States, and this and that, and the third. Honey, I'm so glad y'all had this black girl with this satin bonnet on. That's a ghetto hood happily from the hood, because our hoods look like the Taj Mahal compared to these slums and shanty towns that they living in. Thank God we got some ghettos. I'm so proud to be from a ghetto compared to this gutter that they're living in and allowing their children to be raped and molested in.
Now, she was talking about the situations that have been known and coming to find out in Gambia, and certain things going on there, and other parts of Africa, and in Europe, and in Asia, and in America. So where are you going? You coming back to this ghetto or whatever you're saying? But anyway, not going to get into her. Leave her alone, Taalib. Let her live her life. Okay, but basically, she was talking about Gambia, trenched shanty towns, and putting them down. This is the point I'm saying. And she did this at the time that this video was made, and this was most recent than from those times in the past. But I remember when she was doing all her rhetoric. But this type of rhetoric is the point I'm saying. So let me close her out, and no more with Art Cathay. Like I said, let her life, go on, and may Allah guide her. Allahumma ameen. You know what I mean? So now we got this lady here named what's her name? Kiki, right? Kiki loves Nigeria, and people been getting attacks from her. What does he call bullying social media? Social media or bully, on social media, right? And it's not good. People have taken it really, really serious. It's been affecting people and their families and so forth. And it's causing problems there in Gambia especially, and she's not even there, her life is her life, and whatever she has where she is in America or so forth. Like myself, I'm in America too, in this dag forsaken place, trying my best still to get out of here when the time comes. And I'm being patient with Allah. I have no choice, because it's His time first, and then what I'm able to do and accomplish to get myself out of here with my family. But me making my repatriation, which is really for me my migration, Islamic migration called hijrah, would be to Africa and one of the African countries. And my main country, of course, I want to go to Morocco now, because I thought about Gambia, but through all this stuff and then me not being able to go, it was a sign from Allah to me that it wasn't for me. But I do still want to go to Gambia to visit my brother, the people that I know there, and do some business networking. And then who's to say, maybe purchase some land, do other things, and maneuvers in business. Allah knows best. That's not everybody's business to know. I'm going to do my thing, and when the time comes, inshallah, if I ever do, if I live to do it. But with her, she's just, to me, a woman that's scorned, in a sense where not just on the man's level, man doing something or doing something to harm her, make her come after men, but come after people. The people got her into position to be scorned, and that she's just going after everybody who she doesn't like anymore or has a problem with, and didn't fall in line to what was to her, liking. You know what I'm saying? So it's a sad situation, but she's creating mayhem and chaos through it in people's lives over there, and even in the States, or even in UK possibly. I don't know who else she has attacked, if she attacked any people from UK. I think she spoke about Blackson a little bit even, and Julie's involved in stuff too, with the scamming allegations with her, with the land and stuff like that. But I leave them out too, because she has a family, and she has to live her life, and she has to make amends if she's done it, because I didn't receive any proofs. I saw people speaking about it. They brought up what they felt it was some proofs and some documentation and stuff like that. But hopefully she handled that and took care of it, and made amends and did what she had to do. And that's what you need to do, because nobody's perfect. Everybody is, Bonnie Adam. We all are liable of sin and wrong and wrongdoing. So when you correct yourself, you make tawbah. As we know, tawbah means repent, go to our Creator. And that's why it's so important to be in connection with the life of your Lord. Not just that you're going by your own whims or what you think is, in your intellect, your imperfect intellect that gets tired and goes to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And starts stuttering, or you start talking all funny because you can't stay up. Imperfect body. And you're going to say, oh, why can't we? I had a comment that was given a little earlier, and, the person, I give them their respects due. They were speaking respectfully. They wasn't cussing. They wasn't talking. Actually, at the end, they did curse. But, what I'm saying, not like I'm not a person that never cursed, but the point is that's not in my part of my life. I try to be dignified and respectable on the guidelines of Creator. See, that's, again, goes back to Him. That's what I'm doing it for. I'm not worried about nobody here. Nobody on this earth, whether he's even my wife, my children, which they're the most important to me in my life right now. My mother's gone. She was one of the most important women in my life, besides my wife. And then my father, he's still alive, and he's, the most important man in my life, and under my brothers and my sons, or my sons and my brother. you know, and then my grandfather's gone, all that. But anyway, the point I'm saying, the one that is above all the human beings is the one that I, you know, focus on as far as the guidance of everything I do in life. Even to smile is an act of faith. You know what I mean? Smile to somebody, to try to strengthen yourself, to be patient with struggles. And when people are about to get you upset, like this lady, to do stuff and or to go back at people and seek revenge back at them, you know. So but listen to what she's saying, and to show you who she is, and to stay distant, very far away from the likes of her and people like her. So just be careful, okay? Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me get the inaction on that. All right, ready?
Well, I'm cooking dinner about some more things that Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy, better known as the Bag family, Rick and Cynthia.
Oh, this was a video that she did. It's called Black Acres of Gambia. Bag Lady Cynthia, you thought you cursed me, you just cursed yourself. So she was sending back a curse verbally, on a verbal level, not doing the acts, the spell acts in the juju or the voodoo or the brujeria, you know, Satanist magic spell making, casting. You know, some people don't know, but some people know what's going on. I've been there through that. You know, had people that was that they thought they was warlocks and satanic witches trying to mess me up. But who did I put my trust in? The one up there. And he repelled it. He repelled them. And Allah knows best. So anyway, that's through my highlight. Listen to what she says.
Said about me. This part was really disturbing, y'all, because, you know, it's hard to watch their videos, right? Because the way they talk, especially Cynthia, her English is horrible.
And you see how they put down, this is the same, it's nothing that much different. She's like the new Art Cafe without a whole lot of cursing. Okay? So this is what the point I'm making. So you stay your distance from the likes of that too. But keep on listening and see where she goes with this, instead of like trying to say, okay, well, may Allah protect me or God protect me from the likes of these people, but not trying to send back a curse. You know, that's not the way of a God-fearing person. But I don't know if she believes in him.
Okay, y'all. 1 hour and 26 seconds into the video, she calls herself putting a curse on me. Y'all, I cannot believe it. Y'all gotta go watch this. And what is truly disturbing about this is because you can tell Rick and Cynthia don't know the first thing about witchcraft. They don't know the first thing about juju. They don't know the first thing about magic. Because if they did, they...
And she don't. Because if they all did, just throwing that out, the shaitan is smiling and laughing. I got them all. Because they playing with fire. They all playing with fire. That's where you're going to be. In the fire, you mess around with that stuff. That's what Islam was, a mercy sent to Africa. Was a mercy sent to our people. And still a mercy. Because we want to get involved into the occult. Because we want to get involved into trying to connect with the unseen world. Not knowing that the unseen world was created by Allah. And He is the only knower of the unseen. And the only knower and has power over all His creation. So when the jinn, or we might call the devils, try to do their maneuvers and teach the people magic and spell casting and these evil works, because they're evil. They're evil. They weren't meant for us to do what was being done and what we're still doing. And now we talk like it's okay Rappers are talking about they sold their soul for a freaking Happy Meal. And we talking like about the shaitan and the devil like it's some damn movie. Bunch of fools, man. We still in the fool zone. Still in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? We not waking up. We not waking up. You wake up and then you wake up into somebody else's prison. Now it's a prison of our own people. Imprisoning our minds because of this. You think this color is gonna make you better. Think this skin is gonna make you better. This skin and melanin is gonna make us better. Think because we had a rich history of our people being pharaohs and this and that, and even gods they calling themselves, and goddesses. Totally defiling and disrespecting the true and one who created all of us. Created everything on this earth that we do incantations with and spell making. The things that we got to do, that we got to use to make these spells. Taking each other people's body parts, people's discharges, and all kinds of disgusting things. Warlocks, they have to initiate themselves with putting feces and bathing themselves in feces and staying in it for a certain amount of time. Can't remember. I did my studies. I know about that. I was trying to fight the shaitan, trying to fight I was asking him to come and fight me. I don't fear him because I knew my standing and my position even as a young man when I was first going through my struggles to understand the unseen world. Yeah, there's an unseen world, there's unseen power, and y'all want to dwell in that? You want to play with the fire? Then get burned. So, I got a little bit on a tangent, but the thing is, it's just sad and it's upsetting to know, but they passing this stuff back and forth. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And, people getting caught between in the crossfire. Pow, pow! And people getting hit. They're getting hit in the crossfire. I'm using a symbolic way, metaphorical way of explaining with how the streets are, because I came from that. I used to have to duck down in my house with my mom because the gunfire shots was blasting out, and we know people getting them stray bullets getting hit. They had nothing to do with it, but they got hit with the stray bullets. That happens every day in the hood. Aunt Kathy talking about wanting to go back to, she's happy to come from there. I wasn't. That's why I got up out of there. Not to say I wanted to run to be up under the Caucasian persuasion, but I wanted to have a better life and a safer life. Know that. I wanted my mother to live, not die in her bed because she got shot by a stray bullet. My brother as well. The hell y'all talking about, man? Wake the heck up. And then this woman, she needs to get it together. She needs to move on with her life. She loves Nigeria. Go to Nigeria and stay with your man and live your life, sister. Stop the stuff. Stop trying to get views. I'm not trying to get views because I'm not getting the views that I was hoping at the time because I knew I needed money. When I first started to come back, I said, okay, maybe I can make some money too. But now I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have the people learn from me, and if they like it, then they'll have more views. They'll come. I'm not going to clout chase or try to use other people's downfalls as a way to bring myself up. Nah, it's not worth it. Because at the end of the day, Allah knows best what my intentions were. Did I do this for him, to please him, or did I do this for my desires only? It's okay to do things for your desires, but make sure it's in line with your Lord. That's why you got to have connection with your Lord. But if you don't believe, wow, this is the stuff that happens. So I don't know who her higher being is, but listen to her higher being.
They would never mess with someone like me. They wouldn't do that, okay? Because they would know the repercussions. Because look at all the people I've talked about on my channel. Look what happened to them. Look at their views. Look at their channel. Look at what happened to them. So that should show you that there is a higher power on my side. There's a higher power that stands with me.
Who's this higher power on your side? Some will say the shaitan. You got Satan worshippers, they say that. Not saying she is. Don't get me wrong. Not saying she is. Again, not saying she is. So take that as a receipt. This is my receipt. Don't nobody run back and say, Brother Taalib call her a Satan worshiper. I'm going to catch you on it. If you do, I'm going to bring my video, my receipt, and I'm going to go back at you and post it right behind you. So don't play me. Play your life out. Because that's what you're doing by trying to play games with a person who knows what's going on. I'm not 52 for nothing. Not, mashallah, I'm not 52 for nothing. Allah bless me to be here. Alhamdulillah. And I pray that I continue on to be able to benefit the people. And that's my position. To make sure that people get a better way and how things are, and to avoid what is bad. To albear, to enjoin the people to good, and forbid the evil. You understand? That's my position as a Muslim. That's my life. That is my life. And my brothers and sisters' life that are Muslims as well as me and close to me, whether in Gambia or any other Muslim country in Africa. So I'm going to support them. And outside of that, and on this earth anywhere. But also with any of you as non-Muslim, y'all my human brothers and sisters in the human race. According to the progeny that we come from, which is we are the progeny of Adam. So, you're my human ascent, symbolically brother or sister. But Cain was the brother of Abel, and what did he do? He killed his brother. So we see that all the time. So be careful, people, with the likes of this. And I'm going to close out. Oh, Allah protect us from the evil of ourselves and the evil of those who are outside of us and doing the evil works. Allahumma ameen. So tonight, I hope you take this heed. Stay distant. Be careful. Try not to be dealing with people that are like this on the social media level, and even when you go to these lands. Excuse my expression. Excuse me for clicking that in again. But even when you go to Africa, whatever country, you got to be careful. You got to be mindful and stay away from the likes of people that you don't know, and get to know people ahead of time on a level of doing analyzation, talking to them, and really analyzing how they do and how they carry themselves, what they say. Listen to the things they say. Even if you have to do some research behind them and say, okay, who's this person? What's that person about? They do this YouTube video and whatever, but what are they doing over there? I want to know what they're into. And maybe even do a visit, and then finally get to sit down with them and listen to them talk and see and just get a gist. Just pay attention. And then make your decision on whether this person is right for you to have dealings with them. Because as it says in our faith in Islam, if those of you who, in other words, not paraphrasing the words that are coming from either Allah or the Prophet ﷺ, about those who you are, because it's in the Quran and in the Hadiths on the Prophet speaking of those who you are die with, or you are around and you associate yourself with. You will be raised up with them on the day of judgment. And you're going to be judged according to you being with them. And that especially if you was doing the same thing they were doing and you was involved. That's just like even with crime. You get caught up into it. They used to come in and come in paddy wagons in our hood and do the sweeps. Put everybody on the walls, search and frisk. Frisk you all the way down. The guns sometimes pull out at you. You know what I'm saying? Put you on the car, hands down, pick your pockets and search you. Everybody who was right there in the same midst, especially dudes is playing CeeLo, which is craps, throwing the dice on the ground and gambling on them, and smoking blunt, drinking 40 ounce on the corner, and the cops is right there watching. So we're watching you on YouTube. and people are catching you and where you at. So be careful of those people that they doing that stuff, so you won't be in the mix. All right. All right. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and share the video out. Peace and blessings. Keep up the lessons. Your brother Taalib, over and out.